Stare Scan, fantastic to have Heather here as well.
Absolutely,
Sapphire finally getting out of the observer cave and joining us front of house, so great to hear from her. And some fabulous points to bring up here. The kind of information about Ginny kind of been brought to the forefront as well. Plenty to be talked about, but Mike, we are in a curious predicament, right?
Yeah,
we have elimination game now in front of us. Where are you leaning on this? Because it's hard to put these two into categories.
It is, and the reason that it is curious is both of these teams drew a pretty bum hand, right?
Oh,
They're in the first games to play against C9 White and G2, so I mean, even there's space to be critical of what we saw, yes,
Absolutely.
but it's definitely a tall order. More so
Okay,
for Kru,
X10 on defense, Kru on attack.
Less in their opening game.
I
X10 at least had some rounds that were closing out confidently, not just kind of coming down to one individual gunfight or something like that. But here, I think that the desk kind of hit it home here. Starting on Breeze, there's definitely room for individuals to pop off here. My eyes go towards Romy. Van said you're excited about Muffin.
Oi. It's a nice start. That's the problem with doing the dog from this area.
4v4, why have you done this to me in the first round, Michael?
Actually, Spike slowly making its way back towards Cave. No progress on the side of X10 just yet. Polly's tucked in. Actually, what's interesting is two members of Kru making their way towards double doors here. It's a perfect split. Oh, Polly's
Little cubby to hide in.
She's actually tagged blind.
No.
Actually tagged.
That is so unfortunate. And now Konzu still trying to try and find something, but
Nice.
actually finds the shot.
This is really nice.
Okay, we're down to a 2v2.
The blind tag over towards the wall was
An
sick.
orthodox position for it, though. It looks as
And
if they're
then
gonna try and play
spammable
aggressively
box
towards
comms
Breeze,
came in well.
anticipating double doors pressure, but
There's nice comms from
Muffin's gonna
Kru
come
here,
through from the
but
first.
I mean, this is
Elito,
doable.
This needs to happen quickly, and the snap would have had to have been perfect, but now it's a bit of a favoured fight towards Alyssa. Elito trying to play the timing.
She's got great timing on this.
On the
There's
spike.
no way she's going for half
To at
here.
least half continues to
That was
sit.
crazy.
Kalita, fantastic
Nice clutch from
around by
Kalita.
yellow, and Kru will pick up the first.
Crazy back and forth, though. I think
Yeah,
maybe
it really was.
anticipating double doors
Schleo,
pressure
thank you
or
so much.
potentially
2
a
months in
flank
the Slug
coming
Club,
back through
appreciate it.
Cave, so
Thank you. Let me
position
put
to
some
choose
slugs
there.
in.
But when both members actually come through from bridge, like I said, the timings.
I don't think we're gonna have. I don't think we'll have a pick and ban. I don't
do
actually think we'll have
fantastic work to
one.
find these
I'm
two,
fine.
because like I said,
I'm
that was
fine
the-
for one.
the kind of
But
love,
it
the
does
split happened
change
from double
the way
doors.
that the game is.
So
I reckon we won't
again,
have one
leading
in
into
this game.
tournament, I think a lot of us saw that initial bracket draw, and I think we all.
I'm so
thought,
fine for it,
okay,
and I
well,
think
let's see
the
how
team
far
should
they
be
can
very
go.
flexible,
But
but it also
so it is gonna be interesting.
it also
We finally
ruins a
get to
lot of
look
prep
up to our
and
own
makes it a lot
devices.
more puggy.
Muffin did manage to thread through, somewhat unnoted for now. Gets a fair
Sure.
fight. Kalita sharp with it to start with, and that's now a 5v4. So advantage there. A little note onto where the sky will be residing.
Ginny just peeling away from double doors now. BTZ actually sets up now. The shorty, no investment of.
Okay, so they go for FPX by.
Spy cam.
Less Spectres than normal, but I think it's just because of this map. So double Vandal, 1 Guardian, and then 2 pistols that can kind of pick them up or go in fast.
Romy could dash past this and kind of negate this shorty investment altogether.
This might be good for a kill.
Bit of
Oh, moved a little bit too far
towards it. I
back
wonder
here.
how aware they are.
Ha, that bait was sick though
Gonna
with the
do a little
camera.
bit of damage there, gonna take one with them. Not too bad.
Make the
but
sound of
once
the
you
camera,
get
make
into
them
the
look over
post-plant, it is
towards
gonna be far more difficult to bring
towards
any of
it
the
to try
weapons
shoot
into
it.
position.
And
Actually converting it.
It's a
That was a
ghost
good
of
kill.
3 rifles essentially with the Guardian in the mix as well.
maybe
very
after
difficult
like
for X10 to
48
get
this would work.
anything
I
done
think
here.
in
Actually, all 3 members
I think what you might see
blocked off towards
is,
archers. No
you know, the
confirmation
off
with
season. I
Aldo
think
just
you might see it tournaments slowly do like 1 ban,
yet. It's just 3 classics as well, all the way back through.
just to see how it like
It would need
feels.
a massive fumble.
But yeah, I think we
They
won't
haven't
see it
really
in this
closed the
game.
gap, which
Is
is a
where I'm
little bit
leaning towards
worrying.
now,
Yeah,
even though I
that
am
actually gives
for
Alyssa a
it.
fair shot at this and the follow-up.
What?
They should go down.
The HPs are
It's
low.
never meant to be this way.
If another kill comes in, then I'm
Hopefully
worried.
for
But
Kinnear, they can
I'm
be
still
the kind of underline to this.
the
Ginny
good thing
did
about
get a
this is
rifle,
there
gets
is
it taken away. Got
let's
way
see.
too dangerous
We picking
there.
up a
So
gun.
Konsu
Okay, we
will
pick up 2
recover.
rifles.
Well,
We do lose
like I
1
said, the
rifle,
Guardian
so
purchase will be lost in the
this
mix
was
here.
actually really good damage from X10.
Who should be able to share the wealth a little bit at least. So actually
Shorties, yeah, shorties are shorties are the one.
that pistol round plant. Next one here, and I mean, even Baby Teasy got. I thought the range was going to be a little bit of a problem there. The fact that they were drifting up on the left side of main, but The fact that Alyssa comes through and finds 2 there, even pushing through the snake bite as well.
Yeah, I was worried when I saw them be able to kind of navigate so close.
Okay, this is why KO is really good on this map as well. Like, just the knife on this map is great. It's really good on defense for finding out if people are grouped towards here and here, and then on attack it means a lot of the time that you can get this AWP for free.
Exploration mission beginning towards Tube, so maybe something to look towards. An elbow, similar scenes on the other side. So Muffin happy to test the waters, look around a little bit. I do want to see how far and what information Romy potentially gets. We do see that Cypher utility is there in place, so it won't be completely free access, but they can start working these things out.
Problem being, though, you can see here Romy's not going to be dashing towards default. Tripwire.
They wall out. Have we got any util?
From Kru, whether or not they're going to spot it here with the
Recon did get used on the defense, so they have a bit of a... Okay, Recon's coming in now, so Recon goes... that was a missed Recon. I actually think that was a bit of a mistake by X10.
Tag on one, but that's actually about it. But this is very surprising, getting this far ahead of the dash over the top.
No way, that was actually sick.
How on earth does Romy get away with that sort of thing? And El Poly from up on the top of the bridge, gonna get spotted. This is disastrous.
X10 FPS, thank you so much. Appreciate it. 3 months in the Slug Club. Thank you. Appreciate the support. Thanks for using Prime on me. Okay, so chat, one thing that I noticed here that for me is like a bit of an error. So the Recon came up from the Sova that was here. A lot of the time you want to be aiming it on the back wall, right? It's really hard running out, having to 180 shoot something behind. They decided to put the Recon like here. I think to see if anyone was close. Maybe it missed and it was going for a back wall. I'm not entirely sure. Either way, if it hit the back wall, I think X10 might have had an easier time here. So that was a bit of a slip up.
Left to work with on the other side. This should be a big
if you just think of it from the attacker's point of view, it's a lot easier to shoot a Recon that's here instead of a Recon that's behind you.
What, it was 2 Vandals saved across?
I think so.
Lost the Guardian in the mix.
It's a really nice start from Kru.
Very comfortably now in terms of the finances.
I'd almost want to see if I can...
That's really, really nice. They can snowball this.
Completely unawares. No one was really facing this way, even after the contact. You saw the turn.
Actually, even with the cage going up here, I'm not sure if they're banking on a sound cue from that or not.
Good to see the watch parties around the world. Had a couple of them now. Lovely to see the support worldwide here. And quite a regimented start for Kru. I'm not seeing too much danger just yet. A couple of rounds got a bit closer with, as I said, that Guardian moment. But beyond that, I want to see if Muffin
okay, the hero rifle's over towards short, so
they seem very aware here.
I was going to say, it's only
we're going to see a Jewel. She can kind of freely face this at one point.
From Ginny or Alyssa to kind of enable this. Actually, the first time we do see it there, but
it was unlucky. They wait for the flash.
A little shallow, doesn't catch anything, and that's the rifle removed. That was the one real threat on the side of X10 here in this round.
I'd like to see a little bit more commitment with that. You said that flash from where it was sent, relatively easy to handle. If it even had popped, having 2 players there, you could have even had one turning pretty comfortably for it. So the pick towards elbow, and they fall away from this. Now, once again, Konzu this time to work up towards Tube. So they've found the rhythm, the regiment that they want to start hitting towards. That A site is looking like the end goal, and it is just Polly tucked in the corner.
I think Polly's got another wall that she can potentially, tuck into this corner, try and avoid either the dart or the drone, but
the drone's so
Snakebite's going to give it away.
Yeah, they should be fully aware, and there's that look. Again, the door just swings open, and Konzu gets the freest kill of her life. So be it
Kru looks so in control. I know we've only seen one buy rounds, but this is looking like it could be a little bit brutal.
Now this wasn't too much to write home about in the form of the economy. We did only see that rifle.
They're going to have a lot of ults online for this next one as well.
So that's fallen back
a Viper ult.
But the ideals of this round are very minimal.
The Viper ult and Jet ult. They won't use the Jet ult until the money gets a little lower.
Really fizzled out.
Or maybe someone dies into this round.
X10 towards B site or towards mid at least, which is why there's a massive gap in terms of tube control.
Chat, their money is so good. They're going to have 3,000 on top of this.
Better purchase. We're going to see X10 kind of address that early on, potentially put Muffin in a position to push down tube, pressure.
We do have some rebuys of armor, but like...
Get some confirmation. It's much harder to swing through from elbow, like I said, with no real solid kind of opportunity to invest some utility. Like I said, the flash from Ginny just way too shallow. Doesn't catch anything, doesn't even, I think, confirm presence on the outside. Muffin still commits to the swing. Definitely going to need something to change here. You see, I don't even think Muffin's aware of the second player there.
Yeah, I do want to see them address the amount of attention that is being put to that tube presence. We've seen it with 2 players now a couple of times, and paying off massively in both times. Now an early call out for X10. I think probably the right shout here.
Early pause, yeah, I think the early pause is fine.
Get a bit of a grip on this
Going 5-0 down is pretty brutal when you have to eco the next, so...
I think actually
this is only the second buy round, but yeah.
Potentially Con is spotted out over on...
This is literally the worst start you can have. Especially with getting so little kills, the money's just out of control. You have to win... like X10 have to win 3 in a row, I'm pretty sure, to actually break the money. And then when you do that, I don't know, Valorant's such a snowbally game.
A little bit of shuffle, yeah.
The one thing I'm
because of the two economies and how the money works.
You said they'll be in a good position. I think it was even last round.
Yeah.
Now I'm already seeing 7.7, 7.6, and these were the 2 ults as well. You got Konsu
like 3 or 4 surviving through each one, yeah.
Yeah, they're really starting to get that robust money behind them, so they're going to have at least
Kru's looking crispier, yeah, at the moment.
In pocket here for the full buys. Now on the other side, of course,
we'll get a better idea soon, but
so this is a big round
the way that the game's getting played and some of the mistakes that I'm seeing, I know this could be pretty rough.
It is Kru's map pick, but even with that in mind, you would
the end of the Liquid game, yeah. If you just talk about the third map, it was pretty good.
Still early in the game. Let's see what that adjustment is coming out this time out. Let's see what X10 have for us. And if there is an adjustment from Kru as well. And straight down mid we go again.
So Flash finds
it was a bit of a standard Icebox game, but
potential to catch.
It was still pretty fun to watch.
On the retreat away from... That's okay, but actually Konsu dips back towards it. Kalita moving that same way. No confirmation from Muffin just yet in terms of any audio cues. Like I said, it's been about 20 seconds now since that flash as well. Poly tucked into the same pocket
so weird.
Romy desperate to try and punish that. Very static here though from X10, even with this early progress in mid. I'm really capitalized just yet.
They are losing a lot of the jaws.
Like I said, Muffin's just out on an island here as well. I said that dash timer just expiring ahead of that peak.
Dude, it's nice from Kru at the moment. They're winning out jaws. They're creating pressure by breaking trips like that we just saw with the Shock. Like they're all over them. Cypher has to somehow kill 2 over towards the site. It does have Cam and a kill trip.
One player towards the back of the site. Baby TZ is still sat towards this, but navigated around so far.
Hey, this is. I like the util back of site here. They do a Viper.
Going to be noted and revealed though. This is big information here. Alyssa can draw themselves
no one's shooting this dart.
Massive information. And finally, X10 do get the grip on the game that we were asking for. That's substantially better. But the plant did come in, so Konsu does have an opportunity at this. One shot to really make it count. If he gets halfway, it might be a little over the line! 2 kills, dealt with by Ginny.
2 kills, a little bit of damage, but...
a little dangerous.
Great investment from
Kru had to shoot this dart here. There were 2 people that had to shoot the dart.
Prevent Baby TZ from kind of peeking back, and isolate that peek towards
yeah, that was pretty poor.
Unfortunately, it's just
someone had to shoot the dart there for sure.
On B site, nobody's dealt with the dart.
Also, they like planted and didn't have anyone going back a site. So I really liked a bit of their util. They naded and they had a Viper molly. Also, the retake was pretty good, by the way, in terms of the util. But there was a Viper molly and a nade back left, and I thought that was like really good to clear a path so that you could get back left. But then no one took the positioning. Right, they had really good util for here, where I've drawn on the minimap, but then no one actually followed it up and made use of the good util. Like normally the util goes here and you force them out, but what they did is they put all their util here so no one swings at all. Which means that all the lane's free, but then no one actually went lane, so it was like a little bit pointless.
1 towards elbow and 3 outside pillar and mid.
Yeah, it looks like their desire is to take over that.
Either way, the retake was good as well, though, in terms of
really see them go for this amount of attention to it, and actually, it's Kania to find Alyssa. So success found
every time, though, at the moment, in terms of big buy rounds, there is a duel that always goes the way of Kru.
So good at picking up these kills.
Very solid.
That second wave of the round, when things slow down just a little bit.
Yeah, really prying.
Do you call chicken if you're shooting it, or you want someone to shoot it? So the thing that Bacon tried to implement a lot into Liquid, which probably didn't get adopted as well as it should have, was as soon as the dart comes out, the first person to shout chicken is going to shoot it.
But now outnumbered, Baby TZ just about makes it towards CT. And as we noted, the spikes on the site, players are there. And as hectic as it may have seemed, it's still 3 players alive. They still have everything they need. And Kru instantly back in control.
I mean, round 7 here, just to touch back on that initial, this looks like a different Kru.
Yeah.
Right? Totally different opponent, yes, but it's well-oiled, it's well-drilled, and you can see...
No, Kishan, I 100% agree with you.
In every single round. Unfortunately, X10 I say keep kind of giving away that win condition that Kru are looking for, right? Is finding this easy opening engagement. There's no real second layer to Muffin's aggression here. They're playing a little deeper, and it's a slight overpeak from a listener. I think desperation to try and slow down that progress.
And maybe just feeling
just losing the Angels at the beginning is really costing them. Kru aren't having.
Speaking of probing far, straight up tunnel. This time utility not there. Economy in tatters, of course. So this is just a switch up.
The pinch comes in and they reactively push 3-person door. I kind of like this. The problem is getting back over towards the site.
No one here. It's because they are literally all in middle. Konzu could be holding back a fair amount of this flood as Romy starts to explore a little. There has to be red flags flying. Konzu just found Alyssa, and you've got to be wondering where the hell the rest of them are.
I think that reading this potentially was a B stack.
The Kru are very methodical in terms of making sure everywhere is covered before they plant spike, though.
So Kru have read this perfectly.
Yeah, lovely plant. Does Muffin get that knife to the head that is really
one of many
any success on this? Because again, the weaponry beyond that is poor. It's stingers, it's sheriffs. It's just not what you need in this, but they do manage to at least get close, but Kru so consistent, so concise. And they shut down all worries with the Prime Gaming. Flawless here, 5 alive. Kru not looking phased by this, really keeping that composure, Mike.
Yeah, and concern being that that pressure on the economy continues and continues. We're coming to round 8 here, and it's already a 5-round deficit. Yes, ultimates to work with. Operator in hand now for Muffin, whether or not that's actually going to lean X10 back towards trying to find this opening pick. Or even just posting up a little deeper on one side or the other. And they can't keep conceding this space, though, to Kru.
Yeah, I'm not seeing them win out.
Problem being the pace change in the previous round is...
Okay, here we go. Extra buy round. Can X10
start to lean a little deeper? Kru are going to run away.
Muffin has an op, so the chance of...
resorting back to this very deep default.
Not
anticipating
chance of actually getting the kill instead of dying early has been increased, that's for sure.
Yeah, trying to maybe go through the options, right? Go through the lookbook, see which one they can try and make stick on this. Now, fortunately for them, they do have that Viper's Pit committed towards that.
Viper goes up. This should be a hard round for Kru.
As said, they can lean a little
no info here.
Ginny on guard
like
duty
pure line of sight.
I mean, if
we
anything,
have info
this setup
trips.
kind of forces Kru, if they can kind of figure this out.
This is a good round for X10, because we can see mid is weak and they are taking mid. Dog's going to go out and sees only one.
So if that pressure does come through, it's really concerning.
Yeah, and we have to see if
XOZ, dude, take it easy. I'll see you probably tomorrow, I imagine.
Maybe put themselves in
Hope you have a good night.
more vulnerable position than ideal. Actually, Seeker's going to be sent in too, so going to give away the game. You can already see Alyssa slipping back a little deeper towards C.
Okay, fake over towards B, pressure, and we're going to try go to A. There is a kill trip here, might work. It's kind of info trip.
Straight in towards A they go, but we do know that Baby TC is here and that operator in the hands of Muffin. So this should be a better defense than we've seen before.
Damn,
but
dude,
it's a little
they can't catch a break with the first kills.
And just gets this started. Muffin on the back of the side though still needs more. This has to be 2, I'd say.
This is a rough spot for Muffin.
A little bit of safety, gets out, misses the shot, and is probably dead. In the meantime, yes, Alyssa did find one, but it's
not too bad
still
at the moment for X10.
And with that Viper's Pig going up,
Viper all comes in. Okay, this is doable. We'll see. Drone's pretty useful here. It's going to go though. Without getting a tag.
Tucked away towards Brick.
It's a big tag.
Going to spot out one. The tag actually comes through onto
Shock
Polly,
darts? Maybe doesn't want to give away the pos. If the Viper goes for something bold, as we can see, which is looking like it's actually going to have really good timing, I think the Viper wins this. They're not going to expect. They're not going to expect this. Viper's done great.
They're actually setting this one. There it is. Okay, denied. Galita, fantastic work in unison, and this is going to be devastating for Ginny. A fantastic attempt, but the time is starting to dwindle, and Ginny has to somehow clear through the pit. And look who's on the hunt for it. It's Konzu
in this round.
And this
Dude,
is
X10 can't get a first kill.
This is a very strong start
it's
for
always
Kru
45.
here, and I'm just still not seeing enough from X10.
Yeah, it's tough. Like I said, the setup here kind of forces Kru into that position. I just don't think X10 are anticipating such a fast rotation. You didn't see anybody move on the back of the information from the Seekers, right?
Dashing close into the smoke there. She was in a rough spot. It wasn't the worst I did. She felt that, to be honest, I felt like the dashing into the smoke was fine. It's just the fact that she missed the second shot. Like she had to try and get 2 in that position. I think she did I think she did an okay decision to enable her to get 2. She just missed the shot.
I think we have to be realists about this. Kru gonna actually pump the brakes this time. Maybe just to calm down the tempo themselves, keep everyone in the right place, right mindset. Maybe talk through some of the adjustments they've already seen coming out from X10. Probably the right time to maybe make a little check-in on that. But there's no point in kind of sugarcoating this. Sadly, it's very hard to quantify some of those early results, Mike, and there was always the chance of this.
Timeout.
Okay, well, they both had pretty blowout games in the first series. They had probably the most favored teams going to this, you know, G2 and Cloud9 White.
Got a good lead, making sure that they don't want to use it. I like this. This rarely happens.
Yeah, something like that.
You always kind of see timeouts when they're down.
Then how this would fare going head-to-head against X10 and Kru.
Sometimes it's good to just have it as a momentum breaker, but maybe the coach has something that is going to win that round.
In terms of like just raw mechanics, right? Gunfighting versus G2, because there were times
looking a little rough for X10. Yeah, I kind of agree. If I'm just looking at it from a normal, just like a visual basis, Angels are getting won by Kru a lot. I'm not saying it's just completely down to that, but a lot of the time Angels are there. 5-person stack. Kru does a pause.
So it's got a little fight to this.
They go into the 5-person stack.
Easy round. Rummy's already in though, and the spam comes out. Muffin going to give away the game, at least give away position. And they should note the stack here. This should be suddenly a real worry, and they are backing
Was the
timeout
timeout bad decision?
Maybe for a double pump, maybe not, but the information now going to be relayed.
Actually, look at this though. Kru almost bait it. There's actually 4 members rotating towards A site.
Okay, so it was kind of nice. They were running towards this way when the all went off. Then the all went off, and then instead of instantly going back and hitting, they've just decided to cut sound. So I think this is good. We had no one watching this angle, so there is question marks, at least in this area.
I think they're considering the possibility it wasn't a full stack, right? And somebody's flanking, somebody's pushed through mid.
The amount of times we saw Polly tucked into that corner.
The problem with doing a timeout at 7-1 when you're on the attack side is you give X10 an opportunity to coach to speak again and have more impact. So although you can think it's good and you might have a read in terms of what you want to do, it also gives them an opportunity to like speak.
See if the full rotation party comes on in. They should be on the way now. Gonna spot the player on towards the pyramid itself. Great trades. Paulie and Alyssa can hold back the flood. The player's
much better from the recon as well. That was the recon I wanted to see earlier.
That's the player we wanted to see. And now it's just Kinnear in a 1v3. Plant can go down. And we've got the tour de force out and about. Not going to find the shot they need.
Nice
for the second time of asking, they get it. Drawn down on the head like a guillotine. And now Ginny gets held up for a second, pushed out of position. Kinnear reads it quite well here, but
the stun comes through.
Nice stun.
The
dog actually stunned.
But beautifully handled. X10 get their second on the board.
The stun is crucial there. Kinnear desperate to close out this kill onto Ginny. I think actually noting Baby TZ on that. I don't know if it was a jump peek just to spam a couple of bullets there, but the Thrifty is converted. Could be the start of a
What kind of strats we talking?
All started here.
Are they like default or are they like set strats stuff?
Like I said, mention them, Polly and Alyssa. Massive value in this round.
You wrapped around the whole pyramid? Yeah, I literally did that.
So
around the world in terms of just the pyramid. Okay, Kru do a timeout, X10 win the round on an eco.
No, you're absolutely right. So that worked
kind
out
of.
well.
I mean, yeah.
Operator back in play
and
as well.
Let's see.
It's going to be utilized here, and we have a very, it looks like quite a straightforward A piece coming out.
Where on earth is that lineup meant to go? That didn't even go high enough. I guess that's meant to go
actually, they let it get away with one. Bashed gonna go down to this spike now down. You're gonna see them try to send out the utility and try and send it towards the back of the side, but they're losing numbers drastically. A little sloppy on the way in this time, and now getting punished. Muffin gonna deny the cross back or the post plant from being as safe.
It feels like they stabilized. It really feels like they stabilized.
Lineups, and Kalita still has the 2 shot
Molly lineups though.
Konsu has the poison orb set up as well, and the Monkey actually
at least gets half.
A little dicey
They're
here.
Diffusing.
Did she do it? Okay, I was gonna say that was so close. I didn't work out if she actually fooled it. She fooled it.
So I don't know if that was just a little miscommunication on the shock dart to come through for the poison orb. Very confusing.
That was nice from
watch,
X10 though.
X10
instantly realized that the Viper was up. I don't know if they saw the smoke really early or not, but they decided to instantly just stick this.
Maybe a mistiming, right? Because
worst timeout ever. It's not looking great for it.
Because obviously the poison orb set up, it makes you wonder. But that's 3 successful diffusers coming through. The only round victories here for X10. Money's still fairly comfortable for Kru. They're going to step up the pace just a little bit here. But Muffin.
Nice shots. They do. They've really stabilized from this.
This could potentially slow down some of that aggression that we have seen Kru working towards, that confidence building through middle. Finally, something to alter that. We saw Alyssa struggling to hold that back, sitting a little deeper towards wall this time. So could
yeah, she's an hopper. Yeah, she looks a little, you can tell it looks a lot more, damn, that was really nice. Looks a lot more comfortable with the ops and the rifle.
Gets denied. X10 starting to really wake up here, Mike.
Shaking it off just a little bit. Muffin gonna find another one. Actually finds a third as well.
When you have a player that is, and again, maybe I'm judging too fast from what I've seen. When you have a player that is like so much better on an op than a rifle, you really need to work out that it's like a lot of time your win condition, and you have to just try and get it out as early as possible. We saw it yesterday with what game was it? Was it G2 that did the weird on their first buy? Someone bought the Ghost only so that we could get the op out pretty early on, and I said it was like a win condition. I think it was Guild. Yeah, so when you have a player, and again, I could be too fast, she might have just been a little bit, it's first game of the day, she might have just been a little bit rusty in terms of, or a little bit nervous in terms of rifle aim, but when you have a player like that, it's it's good to do what's necessary to get the op. She can win this. Oh, nice tag.
Kalita could be on for this.
Oh no! Hey, that's a nice try. That was a really nice try.
Likely to fall into place.
Wardell, yeah, Wardell's a good example of that.
Just about lives to tell the tale, and X10 have found themselves room here, Mike.
This is almost really awkward as well because Polly's the one to give away the drop sound, right?
Yeah.
Gives you flashbacks to the Team Liquid timeout against Gambit. Yeah, I will still like to go on record and say that I did not want to take that timeout. The players called it.
If you're looking at a clean denial,
I've never been more gutted that was a big called timeout.
Just it felt a little too nervous at the end.
Committing to the drone here as well.
Brave. God, bold way.
Just like that, the scoreline, we're at 7-4.
The emotions in that Liquid Gambit game are something that I've never experienced again.
That was the catalyst for X10 in this half. Say ultimate-wise.
No, the players can call it still at land bacon.
Coming into this as well, Muffin looking for another one. Unsuccessful this time.
Romy, very aware of that though. It feels like they were leaning into that a little bit more. They did get rewarded in that prior round for it, so don't blame them for going for another bite of the cherry, but this time, yeah, a little sharper to it. And quicker towards middle.
Oh, if the coach says timeout?
They are pressuring tunnel.
No, I think the players have to take it.
Around. But again, the information huge. Polly going to make the most of that base.
Dude, someone called 7-5 in chat.
Left in, well, no man's land at the moment. Polly still alive, just trying to dip and dodge around, keep themselves standing. And no big success towards the side just yet for Kru.
Spike, still kind of stuck in
tunnel trust me, I remember Bacon.
Alyssa, ready to hold the cross. Konsu going to be the first up to the task. But I think now with 3 separate players noted on B site,
Jed is here. Nothing to take away this angle. Lanssound should hear them coming up the door, but it's like maybe. Nice position from Ginny. They have a pretty good.
Could be good for one, and then the trade could be great. Romy seems very aware of the possibility, but the teammate just gets shattered behind him. A great trade for Romy, and now Muffin gonna go for the blades as well. 13
good decision to fall back. Wait for her team to go through a little bit.
Great defense coming out from Kru, defending
What's
that
shot like?
plant.
Nice shot.
by the door, Kinnear on the money, and now Muffin in a 1v3. Better hit these shots and hit them hard. Tries to go for it. Not
really nice shots from Connor. Nice half from Kru. Could have been a little bit better after the 7-1, but yeah, not too bad.
So one-sided. I think it was round 7, round 8. I was almost saying this feels like the nail in the coffin for this half. It's a great work from X10. Muffin.
What do you think about Scream being IGL and Star Duelist at the same time on K-Corp? Maybe it will be better with him speaking his native tongue, but again, I don't think it's meant to be, personally.
Really, very nice. What a turnaround here, coming together after what was a very, very shaky start. Finally, the wake-up call hits from X10. I wonder if the desk are impressed enough with what X10 have brought.
Do teams prac specifically for Lanssound So I was talking to Mini about this at one point, and he kind of had the same feeling as me that if it was confirmed, did they change seats or am I just tripping out? Mini was like, if it's 100% confirmed for a bit, they're going to start practicing like him.
That's what I saw on that first half, where you're looking at the number of first bloods they're getting.
Oh, chat, why do I keep pressing this? Another screenshot, there you go. Leaks. Smile, everyone.
And when it comes down to that, it's going to be 8 first bloods versus
Chat, that's twice. Chat, do you know what? That's mad. I've never done that. I've never done it, and now I've done it back to back.
If you're playing at a disadvantage for Kru, you're going to lose pretty much at this point.
It was, it was nice to see like a little recovery there from X10. In the end, they brought this a little closer than we thought it was going to be, but it's still, they're going to have to do a lot here in the second half. And I really look to Baby TZ. We talked
just a moment to never forget. Yeah, that's true. That is true.
G2.
What's Nats tweeting?
When X10 was playing an APEC Elite, APEC LCQ. We know that lurk on that Cypher is very interesting. So we've got a heat map here that we can look at, and these are all her frags
That's
over the course
sick.
of the entire team's history on Breeze. But the ones that really stand out
Bacon,
here
these look pretty good,
these
don't know
frags on elbow, these frags in window and in spawn, both attacker and defender spawn. What she's doing here, she's not only camping in the B window and waiting for that push, she's also sitting there and catching the defenders trying to flank her teammates in A main. What she also did was very interesting against G2. She's also camping in A main too, which you don't really see from a Cypher, even taking some opening duels there and initiating that fake.
Yeah, and that's where Ginny has to step up once again. I know I'm harping her a little bit in terms of her IGLing, but that to get those opportunities for a BBTZ to be able to flank that way, you need to have some good calls that forces Kru to actually push out. Play those numbers, make sure you're not losing those 1 versus 1s, and see what happens after.
Well, it's an 8-4. It's definitely doable, but Pansy and Hypok, I'm excited to see which team is going to be taking this one.
Very much
what is LAN sound? They have headphones. Why am I drawing headphones? They have imagine this is a head. They have headphones and in-ears. And these headphones on the outside, they do they have like white noise, so it's basically so you can't hear the crowd or the casters that are getting pumped to the crowd or the enemy team from hearing. So basically don't want you to hear sound. Dude, that's nice though, by the way. The flash before the recon lands so that no one shoots the recon. That was cool.
Across to X10 very early on. This is the sort of thing that Heather was alluding to on that heat map, and interestingly enough, one of the hotspots.
Yeah, it's basically to make sure that players don't hear anything outside that'll give them any access to nice shot, any extra info. So they pump white noise through their headphones, so you kind of can't hear anything anywhere near as well as you do online with like your set headphones and just a quiet room. This has been a really nice pistol so far.
Looking to connect a second, doesn't get it. Big trade for Ginny. And you can see Kalita chomping at the bit, wants to dive out there, wants to try and change it, can't. Spike now down, lovely, almost, as you said, red herring. I don't know whether they fully intended it, but it works perfectly. Nice Kalita, last one alive now.
Hey, X10 needed this.
But the odds of this are very
there's a chance for the comeback here. This was the first step for them.
Sheriff will do damage through that box, but Polly's still 60 HP, alive and kicking. Very comfortable hold here. You see Baby TZ stacked all the way up. Ginny should even hear these steps coming through towards Archers.
Yeah, lovely
stuff. Like I said, it's the timing on that. The fact that that first blood comes through, it draws Based and Connier out of tunnel, and X10 is set up, ready and waiting for that rotation.
Shot from the other side, yeah, roll for us. And the timing on this. And I'm sure you're loving it. If you've just suddenly caught 2 of those plays, maybe expecting to catch someone lingering around tunnel, but you see 2 starting to progress, catch him in no man's land, that's the site open. So Spirit's at an all-time high, it seems, and Kru not the same to be said. So the gap now could potentially start to close in.
Heavy emphasis towards A, whether or not this is going to be a straight push through cave. Potential for upset.
Okay, different lineup for the smoke. 5-person push over towards A. Camera, trip. When is the camera going to get checked? Does the camera only get checked when the trip breaks? We'll see.
X10 ready and waiting once again, though. Maybe trying to actually backstab Polly on that previous lurk on the pistol in Tube.
What's up, Ash? How you doing?
Like I said, Rommy's got a sheriff to work with. And this is Spike here.
This could be a...
Do they? 4-person stack. They're actually going to explode, and these two might get overwhelmed. Oh, okay. Or they're going to try to jump over it.
Feel like
what? This is
going to be a live round.
Something's happened.
Do you know what, Mike? I really wanted that sheriff, and I missed my chance at it.
Yeah?
Something's happened. This game replayed.
Right, okay.
Just wanted to let you know.
Okay.
Because I feel like this is not going to be a live round. You know, it's
Dude, it looked so wild on the screen. I was like, what is going on?
Deep default, right?
Yep.
The deepest of defaults. And
Connor
actually, Kru doing the same thing.
Connor spotted him.
Oh, no. Oh, it's incredible! Yeah, so, terrible how good
Do you know what's really weird?
It.
Nothing went wrong yesterday in first map. We're back together, so...
Oh, not the knife. Not the knife. You wouldn't do it. There you go. That's great.
Well,
Don't
can see a little tech.
Audience, come on. Come on, audience. You're not clapping for this. It's canned laughter. Appreciate it, production. They went, yeah, hit the laugh button. No one's finding it funny. Help her out. Nice one. Well, I've got a captive audience we can talk to and Twitch chat. Which one would you prefer? Oh.
Put me on the spot there.
Yeah, I have.
Probably the audience.
Probably the audience.
Yeah.
Okay, well, maybe we can get back. We should just send GB out there with, a handheld. You know what I mean? Just get him out there in the crowd, among the people.
Yeah, absolutely.
He loves
Why haven't we done that?
I mean, the audience is actually kind of...
Dude, when was the last time? And I know it's a meme, but when was the actual last time there wasn't a tech pause with these two casting?
Who likes League of Legends have never been to the studio to watch a game before.
They do League here?
Apparently so. Oof, couldn't tell you. But yeah, it went down and actually sat in the audience. It was actually a really nice atmosphere. It was kind of cool. It was weird because I'm not used to the nice studio environment where it's actually kind of cool to sit.
I was out for the G2 Gozen game, so that was probably the liveliest so far.
The G2 fans do turn up, and of course, if you are wondering, we aren't just waffling complete nonsense. We are just waiting, I assume, for an update as to what's going on here.
Yeah, I'll check him out. I'll check him out after.
Yeah, just gonna have to roll this one back, get everything sorted out in game again. So no stress there. As soon as it's ready, we'll jump back in. A little bit of a tech pause. Of course, it is us, so it had to happen. Popped in the contract. Works out well.
Well, we're not about to hit the 45-minute quota for a map.
I just checked in all the time.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We should be safe in another minute or two.
I mean, look, you left me for silly and you had a lovely day. No tech pauses, no issues.
They were separated yesterday to try have a faster day.
Trevor's just tweeted us.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Ah, Trevor, how you doing? How's the day?
He's chimed up.
I'm not sure.
Of course he has.
I think if this is a 2-0, I don't think we'll see a delay.
Maybe we will. Well,
but I'm not sure.
Damn it, Hypoc. That's crazy. I didn't even get tagged.
Oh, I didn't even see what the tweet said.
Oh, you don't even read them?
No, I just said Trevor Henry mentioned.
Alright, dude. Yeah, I'll try to check him out.
Give that a retweet. Lovely. But yeah, if you are sitting around at home and you do want us to hear your thoughts, we'll probably ignore 90% of them.
Tweet us. We don't know how long we're going to be here. So
exactly.
Get in touch.
Yeah, could be in it for a while.
Pansy at Hypoc, or if you're really going to be the perfect shill, hashtag VCT game changes. Let us know how your day's been going and how the games have been and all of the other good stuff. Just talk to us because we're just here.
Not much to get into in the second half just yet. I mean, it's unfortunate because actually that's the sort of round that you want to see in after the pistol loss, and now it's kind of...
Yeah.
I mean, did they roll the dice again?
That is really unfortunate, isn't it? It's like, we've gone something... You've gone for that all-in play, that, you pull it out once and hope that, they never see it coming, but, well... I don't know if you can do that one again. We'll once we get an update...
Not much of a thing.
You guys in the know-how. Apparently we're going back. I don't
Numbers are moving. The time is counted down.
I don't trust it yet.
Okay.
I've seen 2 people, not one person. Hey, they're moving. They're moving. Is this...
Well, people have bought guns, so that's usually a good indicator. Looks as if actually Kru going to lean back towards A site.
Okay, smoke for window again. Pause is gone.
Time.
They don't want to try. Dude, imagine if they tried the same thing.
Cannon. I think X10 probably anticipating a little bit of aggression here, so no surprises to see Kru slipping back into a deeper hold. Konsu, Sheriff in hand, yes, but no snake bite to really slow anything down if X10 decide to force their way to B site. Not really making moves just yet. I think about now, Konsu should hear that Trailblazer come through the wall. Is going to confirm it anyway.
Konsu has to somehow go huge.
Kru going to scramble.
No help for a while.
Time, but obviously they did go for the stack towards
nice
8,
overwhelm.
and we'll be overwhelmed. So we'll be waving the banner of X10. That'll be a comfortable plant there.
We get full buy after this, so let's see how clean they can make it.
Now we look at the post plants, quite well rounded. No one overextending. Maybe a little bit of maybe a chance for Poly to be pressured. They do somehow navigate past the trap unawares. That'll at least be. Now the pressure starts, yeah. Oof. So Poly goes for a swing and actually does get caught, and that flash then comes in. Muffin.
Okay.
Even numbers, but
it's the next couple of steps. So it's again the weaponry that's tricky. Maybe they can do a little something with it. Muffin going to find the right timing to go around the world. This could be huge as well. Perfect, and the follow-up, lovely work. And the last one alive does fall. 3 still
pretty good though, damage-wise.
Not too many.
This armor might get rebought.
And they keep moving
2 deaths.
forward.
Bring it within touching distance now. Kru definitely need to make something happen on their first buy round. Bulldog here in the hands of Konsu. And maybe just on the back of some of those investments towards the Sheriffs. And Muffin, a nice little clean up here. As I said, time was ticking away even though it came to
Muffin had a bit of a slow start, but definitely warming up.
Actually, it's just the 3 Spectres and the Sheriff, so X10 hoping to ride this through, have a full reset for the 4th round of this half.
Okay, big bonus.
See how
look at it, they're actually not even... Some of them have so much money.
To take mid early on, X10 have held this deep default.
This knife is good. Good delayed knife doesn't hit any, so they might feel like they have a timing over towards
sure, actually, if that knife revealed anything outside
I didn't get any.
I'm not sure if it did. They were.
I saw Ginny, Muffin, and Poly all just take 2 or 3 steps back. Yeah.
Kind of with you on this. They're taking the time. Kinnear going to be the one on the chopping block here.
Okay.
Again, no support quickly on the way.
Keep an eye on the Cypher.
I guess get Romy there, but yeah, Kinnear is in so much danger. There's not too many ways out. There's no overwhelmed. Just gets smothered in the end. That's a rifle recovered. The lurk is gorgeous. X10 looking nasty at this. And now they got options. They could start pressuring wherever they want. There's a player behind the wire. Ginny going to know the player as well. That's Kalita now considered. And Ginny's going to hear all these steps. Much as Ginny can do here. Overwhelmed though. 3v1 there essentially at the end, but let's see if X10
they've fully
really
locked them out.
They're
taking spawn. This is impossible.
Probably still got snake bites to slow this down though.
I think you have to save here.
Kru
yeah, they have to save. Good call from them though.
Better of it.
I like a lot of teams would force into this a bit too much and try and push it, but they definitely can't win this one. So, hey, this is a nice round. X10 actually doing the hardest bit. They won pistol and they win the bonus. This is really on because their money's going to go out of control now. 3,000 on top of all of this.
And then make sure that actually, on the flip side, no exit's going to occur. They have that safe retreat towards the defensive spawn.
Yeah.
That's when you get a little bit worried, to be honest with you. You see Connor's TP did just about go off, but still caught ahead of it. Gonna force up around what was saved on the side of Kru. No ultimates to work with just yet. And X10 slow and steady wins the race in the 2nd half.
Yeah, they've kind of now forced this additional round over to round 16. Going to be very cautious with these rifles, light armor here, starting to dwindle in the utility department as well. Be proactive about it. Trying to find a new way to navigate, and it's going to be Alyssa, Poly, potentially the ones to find this out first. And they actually seem somewhat aware. Poly!
No way. I actually felt like Poly just stepped a little bit too far back. Her teammate kind of saved her out, and then she actually just won both of the duels.
There are still players here. It's not completely without.
I didn't see that going like that. I thought best case scenario there was probably a trade.
Another issue if she goes down.
So Poly just waiting.
Dude, it might have a really good time with the luck here.
To push up here. Kalita though sharp to it.
The wall's going to go down, so they need to go fast. That's a nice Viper Molly.
Konsu going to find Baby TZ as
well. Viper Molly actually just landed on 3.
On the way in. It is still a 3v3 for the post plant. Spikes in. Ginny trying to help out Alyssa a little here. I think just out of range on it, but Muffin, the one on guard duty towards CT.
Damage.
There's that shock dart that didn't do as much as I thought it might.
Forces them out. Muffin did great to get a kill there.
Trade out 2v2 now. Kalita needs to start working the way in, and that is going to be the information side to be relayed. Alyssa very isolated. The shock dart's going to go down. The flash comes in the swing. Alyssa has to stand and fight. Ginny's gone. It's all the one, and Kinnear.
That was nice in the end. That chat. That was 3 on 5. 3 on 5. Viper did a sick molly.
Further.
Away from this though, massive.
Damn, I don't know how they pulled that one back, to be honest with you.
For X10, already built up a bankroll.
The Viper maybe was a little bit impatient. The Viper staying alive here makes this so much. When Viper was on 30 HP, this here, Viper on 30 HP, you really just wanna. You don't have to do anything else. Your Viper, your wall's enough. Your wall is gonna help the team out. So just you staying alive is the one. So to then go for the insta luck. I don't know. Like she had already won the round and then gave them away back in.
Almost similar purchase to round 3. It's the Bulldog for Konsu, 4 rifles, the light shield.
Obviously,
well Connier, but
Kru did good as well. But
coming online now. Kalita 1 away, Connier 1 away. Alyssa and Muffin, Bladestorm and Hunter's Fury at the ready. A little bit more proactive here with his default as well on the side of X10. If they feel as if they've found a point of weakness here.
Aylis, what's up, dude?
Adjustment on
How are the games? Yeah, good. The Liquid game before this was really fun. This is looking pretty close as well.
Seeing the 2 players posted towards that B site. Rather than just Kinnear solo, we'll have Beisht in support. This time, looks like a fight that was a bit awkward there, but
yeah, that was not what you want to watch.
It never happened.
Problem being, all the focus was towards Elbow and B, so no real progress elsewhere. Maybe TZ probably just checking that cam. Again, with Kru's economy, they want to hold on to these weapons now. They want a clean round victory. See, no risks taken just yet. Beisht, big knife once again on the cooldown. Actually finds a kill as well. Muffin will fall ahead of this execute.
Oh, that's stunning. 3 quick kills back to back, and B is looking inaccessible. Ginny has to fall away from it. Polly can find no access, and it was looking like that double pump could have found some validity to it. Yes, the knife was some big information, but the 3
there's a chance. There still is a chance to get the Viper.
That was very much possible. But with 3 seconds, they just want to try and stay alive. Keep the rifles they have. Great defensive hold coming out this time
hold
again.
Starting to we went from watching like a little bit of an awkward duel to watching like
weapons. Yeah, Konsu's still on that Bulldog, but it's kind of the saving grace here for Kru that they're able to get themselves back into a position. They can kind of afford 1 buy in hand. It's a beautiful base though. Again, the timing. That knife to come back off cooldown after the start of the round to deal with the owl drone. X10 are just holding on to all utility, waiting for this push to come out. Like I said, it's only really the trap that's any indicator of.
Okay, last time out for X10.
Activity mid at the start. There's no peak coming through. Nobody's looking
their money is fine. They can get a drop as well, or Muffin can just use ult. So again, I think it's a good time for a timeout.
Yeah, X10 going to hit the timeout here and maybe discuss what they need to do going forward, because there has been a bit of a turn of events. They did a brilliant start, honestly. You can't ask for much more to really close the map back up to looking a little bit more competitive. This has felt like it's kind of been those kind of 3 rounds in a row.
Trying to work out what's been working for them, and I feel like Tube and A.
I'm kind of hoping to see a bit more consistency here coming out from Kru. Now they maybe got a grip on it, and they have the the buy beside them, starting to get the economy there. And for X10, I want to see a little adaptation, a little bit further, a little bit more of that utility coming into play. Little, just that next evolution on what they want to bring through.
It's a little linear at the minute. I mean, if Kru don't over-peak, X10 have to dig so deep to try and find them. Like I said, we haven't really seen any setup to isolate any player in any position. There's no utility to kind of flush anybody out ahead of this site here. Like I said, you can't really fault Beisht in that regard because the knife was perfectly timed. I think actually it's Romy to fall ahead of that site hit, so that's ultimately the one that's going to find you any space towards site, regardless of util. But Kru look happy to kind of play this slow game. It's working for them.
Yeah, it's certainly worked out for the last couple of rounds. Didn't quite find it.
Just hit the roof. I was thinking, I was looking at the lineup and I was like, well, I don't know about this one.
There is a little bit of pressure on that side anyway. Ginny is over there kind of pressuring.
Does just hit the roof. A little bit anticlimactic after following it the whole time.
It is a substantially heavy lean towards A. And
there is lineups. Bacon, you know when the double bounce would give you a sound cue? The amount of times we used that, Bacon had a lot of cool darts that would either break cameras, like he had ones that would break like these cameras and stuff. There would always be double bounce, so you could always hear if it would give you the server sound cue. A voice line, I guess I should call it.
Just in case. Knife, I don't think revealed anything. But as soon as this wall goes up, Kru are going to have all the information they need.
It's a good feeling when you got 4 of you standing there. Feeling like you got the game read. Under Fury going to come through. Romy still towards the side.
Nice recon again.
To appear and actually does
the recon was everything in this round.
No further pressure yet, and the temptation beckoning. Romy wants to step the wall.
Nice flash to go through as well.
Was divine.
Nice util on A from Kru.
And the Alyssa on the back line's feeling lonely. Not much more to be said. Does get bailed out by Mills, so Baby TZ still going to make a go of this one. But now with the position noted, going to lose a lot of that validity.
Nah, the voice line got taken away. So it used to be if you double bounce shock darted any kind of trip or util, it would give you a sound voice line, but they took it out of the game. Which was actually, at least for pro play, was actually kind of a big server now. I don't know, we used it quite a lot. Dude, okay, chat, look at the minimap. The util here was just so nice. We might see it. See this recon here? This recon at the top, that one there? That stopped everyone else coming out of the choke point. And then you see this flash come in to enable this. They're just doing everything to make sure that the Jet has the easiest kills possible. That was a great round. And it was something that was really cool and something that maybe we don't see enough. But when you have a wall like this, so when you have a defensive wall like this, it means that you can have perfect lineups for pop flashes to go through. And this was really nice. It's a wall that's against here, so you know it's going to hit this, and then you can have a perfect lineup. So that was really cool.
Oh dear, how
much better, but Polly found it.
Damn, Polly hit a really good shot.
Romy should have been dead. Finally goes down. And this is way better.
Nice util again.
Oh, poor old Polly. Not going to get the cracker today. 3v3 now. Spike is down. So something favourable towards X10 here. Decent
no, they took it out, SK.
Good amount of map territory still in their hands.
Unless they accidentally added it back in, but they took it out, as far as I'm concerned.
Progress towards site here. Konsu posted up, but Baby TZ not giving anything away just yet. Now that the dart's dealt with, that should be the green light for Kru on this retake. No damage done just yet.
Oh, the little off angle around the smoke, that's so nice.
Alyssa
oi.
What? Trying to turn and run. There's no one running, no hiding. It's down to Baby TZ now, and a 1v2.
That was one of those.
Is going to be brutal. They have to hold this down though. Kadir running out of time. Running out of options, and the defuse is not going to happen.
That was really unlucky. That was one of those moments, you know, where someone calls time, but you're in no... You know when someone calls time, like there's low time and you should play for time, but you're in a position where you pretty much are going to get caught off if you do what she did, which was run away. That's kind of what happened. Someone called time and she was like, oh no, I need to get out of here. When I think she... it would have been better just... Like this kill here that I'm talking about. Someone definitely said sound, so she was like, oh, quick, I need to get out.
Couldn't find the door inside that poison orb. Baby TZ plays the time perfectly, comes right down to the wire. And the knock-on effect, a Spectre in the hands of Muffin, but Blade Storm available. Big ultimate cycle here.
A lot of ults up, and dude, we have 8 ults this is wild. 8 out of 10 ults into this one.
That's all the force missing.
They all went down yet because they killed the Viper.
Pace change. It looks like they are trying to explore this. Already got a
it was the enemy's
That's the site now gained. This pace change could be exactly what
this is really nice from them so far.
Fury, yeah, that'll be sent down.
Okay, we're probably going to see a retake with the KO ult though. That's nice at least, a little bit of damage. Keep an eye on the Viper. This is the person who can win this round. The Polly, the attacking Viper. There's an interesting thing right now because they have sight. Right, and they should, and that's why they're probably going to molly this, is they have sight and the attacking Viper, the ult is up. You would always use the ult in this situation in a 5-on-5 retake, so they should, with that info, know that there's a lag.
Okay, Polly, finally.
It's fine, stuck to the landing. Holy
hell. The first was an absolute tragedy. Made a meal of it, Ginny, not going to get checked and gets away with it. This is now just looking messy.
Damn, Polly in the end did really good.
Get across the line, but
the information was there, right? This ult you would imagine it gets used.
It's almost catching Kru off guard.
Hey, nice from X10. This pushes Kru. Where's their money? I haven't been keeping up with their money. Looking like they have to eco into this one. Dude, we're gonna. I don't want to say it. I mean, yeah, I'll say it. Sure. Let's see how strong the cast is today. We're going to see 11-10, so...
Talk about how many ultimates were available. Now we're just left with the Neural
This is getting really close.
And the Viper's bit on the side of X10. So got to ride this
sometimes you got to poke the bear.
Big buff. I mean,
we're poking the bear.
TZ and Alyssa, finances might just come around for X10 to play another scrappy round here.
Really playing with the pacing of this game. Couple of quick rounds, maybe trying to get the feel of what this purchase is going to be.
Two-person push, but they are waiting for it. Camera gets shot. Are we going to stick in this? Okay, this is a great crossfire. This is something that often catches teams off. This position here, you can get to it very early a lot of the times. If there's a bit of hesitation here, it's a strong pause. But the camera did spot them pushing, so they might expect this.
Do get a little worried if X10 do leave this too late. They do like those slower rounds, which can cause issues. And
I think it's just a watch party. Do you know what though? When I was coaching, even in like 5v1 situations, I always just felt like, oh, in my head I was always just like, oh, how are we gonna lose this? Whereas here I'm just looking at it more with no emotions, and I'm just like, okay, it should be this.
Face is just getting all the attention drawn this way.
Nice recon again.
Reveal, huge information. They've got to know it all now. Shock darts going to be put in. You see them trying to hunt down Kalita. Gets one, still stands safe by the side. The pop flash gonna come in, and they're gonna push on this.
Dude, the Jet's gonna kill the Viper in the back as well.
Breathing, but still fragging. Beige sitting pretty on a
Wait, does the Viper go around the corner? Oh my god. When did this wall go down?
Had to go for the scramble, but Kalita, the shot in the dark, and
holy hell, is this crazy. Plant is gonna go down.
8 HP.
Viper ults up, does have some mollies. It's a lot of this is down to Polly. They have no idea where they can go. They kind of have to push out. Is there a flash? I think Ginny has to flash push.
And in we go. First player noted, and there it is, pouncing to trade towards Polly. And the reveal, the grand reveal of it all. Ginny with a great pop flash, still has one flash to play with. Diffuse comes in.
Nice from Kru. The cast is so strong, chat. I need to stop doing it. It's crazy. I tested it. I poked the bear. The bear came out.
So much damage done on the way through.
The bear came out angry, swinging.
X10 baiting out that knife, knowing that they have safety in numbers to come through with the dash and the owl drone, but it doesn't matter. Kru.
This guy should have flashed out though. In the 3-on-2.
Kalita with the first. This was talking about based. Great counter peek here. Didn't even catch that one. When did that happen?
What the hell was that?
As well, they even just hear Kalita throwing the recon bolt right on top of Polly inside that Viper spin.
Dude, how is it so strong? The cast has been really strong today as well.
That puts them on 12.
Like, it's crazy.
The only things that was really working overall
okay, 3 chances for Kru to close it out. That's going to give them a lot of momentum.
That pacey approach is very hard to pick yourself up when you've just been kind of battered like that and go right back to business. Be like, okay, guys, we can just charge on in. We got this.
There's a lot of 50s today.
Feeling as confident now. Starting to
There's
feel a little weary.
So many 50s today. That first game, the liquid shot
enough of a buy, not perfect, but it's somewhat there.
Probably one of the most 50s we've seen in a best of 3, and this.
Just
quite a few as well.
But Romy still finds it, yeah. Look at the spacing. Where's the second layer to this? Ginny over towards mid.
Oh, this is worrying.
What's the timing like on this?
Just be seeing it again.
I don't think Ginny's going to check this.
Oh, and Kinnear's seen it all, committing to those shots, and that's
it done, right?
Lost.
Oh, hello.
Well, Ginny's got one on the platter, but needs a whole lot
more.
Gets more, Ginny! Where'd you get that from? Base goes down. How much fight does Ginny have in her?
Has to 5k, gets the ult, Spike is down.
This
is going to help. What's this dude doing?
Already Romy's pushed up on it.
Does manage to get across. Gonna spot out both players.
That was a weird path for the ult to take.
Still a shot at this. The flash will give away a little of the game, but
nice fake flash. Does have another.
The Jet should. Close. It's Romy. There's 2 players facing Ginny.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Time.
13 seconds. Ginny's gonna get the frag.
What do you reckon? I think no.
I think it's just gonna run down. And Ginny, heartbreak here. Seconds away.
That was a nice try, chat.
Such a valiant attempt.
Yeah, that was such a nice try. That's so unlucky.
With map 1.
I mean, Konsu gets tagged up to 30 HP. I thought for a second there, Ginny.
Dude, another 50 game that kind of decided it.
What a crazy back and forth this map was. A laboured victory for Kru, though. That's madness.
And this is the thing, you just saw like Ginny starting to heat up there. That was starting to look scary.
Ginny, Polly.